Kiara, a lot of people are talking about purpose and destiny, and I speak a lot of people who really lost their way. Can you tell us something about a purpose? Is there anything as a purpose? And what can you advise people to find it?
Okay, so what is purpose? And I think that's a very good question because it's about discovering who we are and then from that space creating a purpose. If we identify with just the personal self, our sense of purpose will be very different than if you're also including the higher self. So my sense of purpose on a personal level may be to accomplish certain things, achieve certain successes, have fulfilling relationships, leave an imprint on the world, on my successors, do something good for the world. On the higher level, my purpose is simply to express who I am. Because on that level, there is no time, space, there's no dimension, there's simply this presence, and this presence moves through everything. It's not moving towards something, it's not about achieving something, it's just about fully being present with who you are. So when you can bring these two aspects together, the higher aspect and the middle aspect and the lower aspect, which is about how we relate to the world of the physical matter, how our bodies respond on a physical level, on an energetic level. Then we can be in the flow. It's a different flow where you're present with yourself, with your higher self, you're present with your needs and your desires in the outer world, and you can combine them in a larger sense of purpose. So then it's not something that's coming from a sense of despair or a sense of hopelessness or an unbalanced space where you feel like you have to achieve against opposition. You simply embrace all of that. You're part of a divine flow. You are a divine flow. And things just happen as they're meant to happen in this moment, without thought or expectation of a future outcome, without attachment to what the past was about and your fears about the past. So,
Kiara, is there also an easy way for people to adapt this model of the world and the purpose you are explaining?
One way to do this is simply energetically connecting with the upper worlds and the lower worlds. So this is something that many indigenous people, shamanic cultures were trained how to do. You simply open up a space to the upper worlds. In the Inca practice, imagine that you're inside this bubble of light, and over the top of this bubble is an opening. You open that bubble, you allow the universal flow to come through you, it goes straight down into the earth. Immediately there's a response from the earth, and there's a return flow going up. These two flows become simultaneous. And this is your connection with the upper worlds, with the lower worlds. This is the unification of your middle self, which is your conscious personality, with the higher self, this universal presence, and with the lower world, which is the subconscious nature of your being, as expressed through the body. So when these three work together, then your rational mind, your intuitive mind, your cellular mind, all function together in a way that you're not limiting yourself, where you're not stuck in certain modes of expression, where you're not taking things personally, where you're not giving into fear, where you allow more of a universal presence to move through you. When your personal self is not standing in the way, you become more of the universal flow, and you're responding to situations from that place of win-win rather than competition, comparison, judgment.
Yeah, you've been trained yourself by Incas lately. How long did it take for you to adapt this method?
Actually, the Inca practices are very simple. Anyone can learn them very quickly, very easily. But then there's a whole process of integrating that into your worldview. So you continually remind yourself, who am I? Am I this personal, limited, fearful self? Or am I also connected with the universal force that's supporting me? Connecting with the mother, Pachamama, who is nurturing me, also supporting me, and feeling that flow with all of life, all of creation, not isolated or competing with. So this then becomes a normal, it becomes a moment-to-moment choice that we make in our lives.
Thank you very much.
Sure.